Again, we got another beautiful day here. We picked some great weather for camp. Last 2 days, I guess I should say yesterday and today, 2 really good hot days, 87, 88 degrees out, and yesterday was a melter. We had a great practice yesterday, a tough practice. You talk about toughness. We did a 10-play drive that you could see who could go 10 and who couldn't. Saw a lot of things there. Who was going to melt in the heat, especially with a 10-play drive. Had some good periods yesterday. So excited about where we are there.
Quadri mentioned that too, that 10-play drive. Is that something new? I mean, have you done that kind of thing?
No, we've done it in the past. I just didn't tell you guys, so I figured I'd tell you today.
Is that a test for this young defensive lineman?
It's a test for everybody. I think you got to progress to it. I don't think you go out the first day and do it. I think it's something that once you learn how to carry your pads, you get out there. You have to sustain a drive offensively and defensively. I mean, there's going to be long drives defensively. We want our offense to be out there for a 12, 15 play drive, and we'll probably do a 12 to 15 play drive next week just to keep them out there. And it doesn't matter if you don't get a first down. We're pretending like it's, if you go 3 and out on offense, we're going to keep the drive going, and they're going to go.
Which receivers behind Jester and Quadri really stood out to you so far in camp?
Jester and Quadri, I mean, really, you look at, Lopes, Ra-Ra's done a great job. He works his tail off. He's been very, very consistent, maybe the most consistent of all. Maurice French has done a nice job. Those are the guys that stand out to me. Those are probably the top 4 at this point.
What do you think of Dabo's idea of holding joint practices with other teams?
I don't know anything about that.
He said that might be not really an exhibition game, but just bringing another team in and working with them rather than your own guys.
I'm okay with it. We can bring Duquesne over here, whoever. Let's bring Robert Morris over. I think it'd be great. I mean, it's nice to have a preseason game like the NFL.
Would you feel like if you did something like that, would you feel like you'd have to hold back too much? It might not be a good day of work.
No, I think I think the game, Chris, comes down to fundamentals to begin with. So it's not about the scheme. I mean, everybody likes to think it's all scheme. It's not all scheme. It's about fundamentals. Fundamentals wins games, offensively, defensively, special teams. We focus on the fundamentals just to go out and hit somebody different, and just see how that's the toughest thing. You come out of preseason. To Jerry's point is, how do you look? Oh, we look great against each other. What's that matter? We got an opponent on September 2nd. How we match up against them? How do we match up against somebody else? And I think after practice 17, 18, our guys will be sick of hitting each other. I think that's for sure. So it's nice to get some new meat out there.
How have you seen Jester develop, not just as a receiver, but as a leader and as the off-field kind of stuff?
He's maybe progressed more off the field than he has on the field. He could tell you that. We've been going through some leadership stuff at night in some of our team meetings, and he got. Shane Roy, you an athlete? Hey, if you're not late, you'd be okay. Wipe out. Did you see that? You should have got the camera on that one. Golly. Yeah. Where was I?
Jester.
But some of our leadership stuff in the evening, he's done an unbelievable job. But the other night he mentioned to the team that I've come a long way off the field, and when we first got here, he was probably one of the grumpiest, moodiest guys to coach. It's like what happened to this guy? But now he's totally different. As far as his attitude off the field. So he's come a long way off the field.
Yep. Certain cornerbacks working with certain receivers to try to sharpen them up, like someone young like Mathis. Are you giving him a specific guy to try to work against?
No, I mean, they got to work against all kinds of different types. The one thing, whether it's one-on-ones, we tell guys, hey, don't go in there. If that guy's not a challenge for you, don't go against him. Let someone else jump in front. Just because you're the next guy up, don't go against that. That's about the only matchup. Otherwise, it's just, go play football. And you're going to have different guys you have to cover. Everybody's got a little different release, so you want to get a bunch of different types.
Jester's obviously big and he's fast, but a couple players have mentioned how strong he is. Is that maybe an overlooked or maybe underrated part of it?
I don't think it's overlooked. I think, some of the NFL scouts that are out here like his size and his physicalness. I mean, that's, we know he's fast and, he's got ball skills. But then when you look at the physical type receiver he can be, just like when you look at Dontez Ford the other night against Detroit, I mean, physical wins. I mean, the bigger those wideouts get, the more physical they get, those bigger those corners better get. And that's where you become, you have those mismatches.